everyone, welcome to another episode of VIVO edu, our series of online videos for all of you young musicians out there. My name is Ted Young, the creative director at VIVO Music Festival, and along with Siwoo and Jack remotely. We're here in the studio with Siwoo for an episode to talk to you all about entrepreneurship and how musicians can go about bringing their ideas to life.
Yeah, I've been playing violin since I was 2.5. I don't remember ever starting it. But these days, making it as a musician requires a lot more than just the playing skills. You got to think creatively, finding ways to get your music out in the world and collaborating with other people in fields. And most importantly, when you've got a great project, find a way to make it come to life.
You know, when you and Jack first came to me with the idea of Vivo, you both had such a clear idea about what you wanted to do and wanted to find a way to bring world-class musicians to Columbus, Ohio, where we grew up, and use music as a way of bringing people together. And I just totally loved that, and immediately I was on board.
Which eventually became our mission statement to build community through world-class chamber music.
We all know it's easy to have an idea, but how to go about the next steps, what to do next, that is the hardest thing. And that's why you guys came to me, as a professional that's put together commercial events. Those are some of the experiences that I bring to help you guys. And armed with my knowledge and upbringing as a violinist, I didn't become a performer, but I understood what you guys wanted to do, and I understood the impact it has, and I was immediately hooked.
Yeah, like a good chamber music group, a group works best when people acknowledge their own strengths and weaknesses and also just play along with everyone's forte. Everyone brings something to the table that just enriches the entire experience of the group.
Yeah, no, exactly. And once we had the team together, it took us what, I think about a year. Yeah, you guys, yeah, about a year for season one to happen.
Yeah, and then 6 years later, after thousands of hours of hard work, here we are. And check out what we've been up to for the past 5 seasons.
Hey Ted, since you have experience in the business world, let's talk a little bit about the basics of entrepreneurship and how you applied those ideas to helping us build Vivo. I think the first step, for us at least, is identifying how we could have made a positive impact in our community.
Yeah. And for me, what is a positive impact? It's an everyday feeling of connectedness. It might sound a little silly, but growing up in Columbus with a social circle that I had, that really helped shape me through the orchestras, Columbus Symphony Youth Orchestra, state and regional orchestras, paired with my own private lessons and practice times. I've applied what I've learned in music in my life and career. So really, the positive impact is really just need to start with one person, feeling welcomed, being a part of something, and the inspiration and journey that kind of lends itself to greatness will reveal itself in time, and you may not be aware of it at this very moment. For me, I wanted to open doors for everyone in an enriched and fulfilled life impacted by music. You don't need to be a performer to get that benefit. I'm not a performer. I utilize a lot of my interests and hobbies to contribute to that idea of building community through chamber music performances, and here we are with Vivo.
Yeah, I guess it also starts with clearly stating your mission and your vision. For Vivo, our mission is to build community through world-class chamber music performance. And our vision is to create a chamber music festival that presents the music in kind of creative ways and exciting ways, in vibrant settings, at the highest absolute caliber we can find, and in a way that engages everyone in our community as equals.
Yeah, and for those of you watching this episode, your mission statement and vision does not have to be this formal statement or a 20-page presentation with a deck or a binder full of research to back up your why. It can be a personal mantra or a belief. It can be what you're crazy obsessed with. Just start with somewhere and see where it takes you. Don't get stuck on that perfect start. that prevents you from unraveling the greatness that's going to become. Just like a performance, don't get stuck on that perfect start.
Yeah. And once you have that idea down, what you've got to do next is you've got to find people who are willing to work with you, people who share your idea, people who share your mission. It's actually no different than building up a chamber group or a band or something like that. So for our case, Siwa and I, we were talking and we came up with the idea for Vivo. Then we came and we met up with you. We talked about you. We got you hooked in. Then we found Alicia Huey, our director of community engagement. She got on board. Then we went out into the community into Columbus, and we talked to our very first partners like the Greater Columbus Arts Council, the Johnstone Fund for New Music, and the Short North Stage.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of through that, kind of grabbing those who are more knowledgeable and helping you, you have to understand really you are not alone. The impact we seek between the different organizations, to be honest, is really not that unique, but how we approach that problem. How do we think about it? How do we express that process and the solutions publicly? That is unique. And together with many other organizations and colleagues and partners and all the media producers and awesome audio engineers, that it helps compound that impact together exponentially and help elevate each other out.
And once you get going, it's very important to balance just going out and doing what you want to do, and also reflecting and thinking thoughtfully about how you're going to improve every single time. I always think of like a kid trying to learn how to ride a bicycle. You fall down, you get up, you fall down, you get up. Every time you fall down, it actually makes you stronger.
You gotta keep trying, reflecting, and improving. And as a project management professional in my career and having a Scrum Master certificate, that is exactly how we approach commercial projects. You gotta keep trying, you gotta try new things, and you gotta implement those improvements in iterations. It's a simple formula, trying, reflecting, trying again, but it's very, very difficult to kind of execute that. And to be honest, when you are a entrepreneur or somebody with an idea, you're not driven to start that business or that idea because it's easy and you know exactly what you're doing and you're going to get it done in a year or two. Instead, you're really kind of driven by the tremendous amount of work and kind of that potential impact it has to really inform you to start now or never. And that to me is really just kind of at the core of the entrepreneur spirit.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, the entrepreneurial spirit is kind of the same thing as the chamber music spirit. With chamber music, you're always working with teams, and everyone is an equal. So we talk about things like ecstatic collaboration or the joy of working with others as equal, the skill of listening and listening to others and reacting with positive contributions, and also something that I personally call unshared responsibility, which is the fact that in a chamber group or a socially conscious enterprise where everyone is working as an equal, everyone is 100% responsible for the outcome. So you can't just blame people. Your responsibility is not just to do your best, but also to inspire everyone around you, all of your collaborators, to do their best as well.
That's exactly right. And that is at the focal point of many of the professionals nowadays is to really focus on the customer and the clients and the product and the experience, less about my job versus your job. And, it's not my job title. For me, growing up being an orchestra and working in a professional setting, collaboration is really key. Without differences of opinion or different ways of thinking, we don't truly uncover the greatness of something. It's very cliche, but I think it's very true for us at Vivo. A diamond can only form under tremendous pressure. Otherwise, it's just a rock. And every artist, professional entrepreneur achieves what they have by not going solo and doing all by themselves, though it may seem like it through social media and all that stuff. But instead, they're really seeking out coaches, mentors, friends, critics, and others to push their boundaries and the way that they're thinking, whether or not it's true or untrue, and really form something great throughout that process.
Yeah, and actually, just like in chamber music, the music is always more important than the individual. The mission or idea of your project is greater than you. No successful musician ever goes into music just to become famous as a soloist or as an individual. And in the same way, no truly successful business person goes into business just to make a quick buck. They do it because they believe in what they're doing and they believe in their mission. So whatever you want to do, just do it because you believe in it first, and then you've got to get smart and you got to find ways of bringing people together to make it happen.
Very true. Wise words, Jack.
That was super helpful. You know, this kind of entrepreneurial spirit is especially important during these times. With COVID keeping us out of concert halls, it would have been very easy for us at Vivo to just cancel the festival outright. Instead, we're here making these videos, among many other things. Musicians everywhere have to come up with new ways of making music, not just because of COVID, but because the world is constantly changing.
And exactly, and at Vivo, we have a passion for focusing on our mission and solving challenges with the given restrictions we have. We don't wait for the perfect conditions. Rather, we create them, we chase them, we wrestle with them. For this season especially, we've had to rethink our plans thousands of times.
Yeah, we don't know the future, but that's okay. We know what challenges are right in front of us, and we'll do what it takes to carry on our mission of building community through world-class chamber music. Our approach is just like how we musicians break down complicated parts, dissecting them through different lenses to provide clarity on what is truly the challenge to solve. Most of the time, it's a completely different set of problems than what we had initially had in mind.
Hi everyone, it's Ted again. Now it's time for your Vivo challenge. Each episode we have a little challenge for you guys to do at home with giveaways and raffles to keep you inspired. This episode is a little different. We are pleased to announce right here, right now, that Vivo is giving away 3 VIVO Innovator grants to student musicians in Central Ohio. Log on to our website for all the details of the applications, somewhere on the screen or in the description below. To enter, log on to the website, fill out the quick application form, upload a short creative performance video in response to 2 questions. That's it. We're looking for innovative thinking, creative problem solving, and unique ideas for how to build community through world-class music performance during these challenging times. Thanks and see you in the next one.